this year, and Olivia, who is 7, who keeps the whole family on their toes. She's a cutie patootie. Wendy walked away from her full-time job just 1 year after starting her business. Since then, she's earned 23 bronze, 12 silver, and 22 gold team building medals, a total of 57 so far. She's also earned 9 career cars and is currently driving a 2026 Equinox while working toward her very first pink Cadillac, which Olivia is counting the days to ride in. Her highest bonus check in 1 month, not including her sales, is $6,000, a personal record you definitely will be breaking very soon. Wendy is proud to have her first line sales director, Camila Walker, debut from her unit this year and is on a mission to build the Rise national area. That's right. Her goal is to become a national sales director, a powerful movement of women who are remnants, women who have risen from what tried to break them and now help others do the same. So those are Wendy's accolades. But let me tell you, she broke some records this year. She had a quantum leap in her business. She did her first unit club ever. She's picking up a honking gorgeous ring at seminar this year. She's going to be on the big seminar stage getting her beautiful diamond bar pin. She got $1,000 bonus for that. And she always says yes to anytime she shows up. She just drove over 9.5 hours today from South Carolina. She's in my house. She's in the back of the back room right now. That's my guest bedroom. And that's where she's staying tonight. She has a big king bed just for herself. But she came 9.5 hours because I have a director and DIQ meeting tomorrow at my home. And that's who she is. She just finds a way, makes a way, no excuses, drove 9.5 hours, and she's teaching you tonight. Okay. She just had a cup of coffee that I made for her, espresso. So she's ready to go. But I am so grateful for Wendy. I love her, how she listened to the voice of the Lord and she's willing. Everyone say the word willing. If you are willing, anything is possible with this business. And she is willing. She's always coachable, teachable, willing to learn, willing to, learn and just grow her belief, grow her relationship with God, grow her knowledge about everything. You can ask her, we were talking about health, we are talking about, anything. So she is a pro. She is a master lead generator. And so now I'm going to turn it over to these two pros. Please give it up for Wendy Lemax and Amy Dunn. Woo woo. And I'm going to remove my spotlight. Okay. I'm gonna put you on the spotlight, Wendy. Oh, you did it yourself. There you go.
I was
Fantastic.
working on it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ruth. And it's just always such an honor to train and to teach and to share. And this is a subject that I get very excited about, and I know Amy does too. So I am really excited for both of us to share tonight. And so I am going to start with a couple before we are gonna, y'all better get a pen and paper. We are gonna share quite a bit tonight. We're gonna fit a lot of information into a short amount of time. But first I want to share why does this even matter? Why do you want to get leads? So I just want to share really quickly a couple of things. One is parties are the best way to build your business. It's where we're going to find our skincare customers. And when you're working your parties full circle, it's really where you can find everything else too. You can find more leads, more bookings. You can find all the things that you need for your business from parties. And what we've seen in my unit is each party is an average of $400 in sales when you have inventory. So more parties equals more money. Who wants more money in their business? I know I do. So if parties are the fastest way to get everything that we need from our business, we should probably be holding more parties, which is super exciting. So you want to have 5 sources of leads at all times coming into your business. And one of them should be referrals. That would be a non-negotiable. We get referrals from our parties. But I do want to encourage you to get uncomfortable, to be willing to get uncomfortable. So some of these things that you hear tonight, you might be like, oh, that's scary. That's okay. You can try it. If you feel led for that to be one of your 5 things, then try it. And just know that when you first try it, you might not feel that great at it, but that's okay. Just keep going because a new life is waiting for you outside of your comfort zone. So I want you to take notes and share which 5 you will do at the end in the chat. And before we get into all the things that we're going to share, I would love to know in the chat. Actually, I need to pull the chat up. There's lots of chats. I would love to know where you came from. So, how did your consultant find you? How did you end up in Mary Kay? How did she meet you? So, that's always really fun to see too. And Amy's going to share where she came from. I personally came from a bridal show, which would be that would fall under the category of vendor event. And so that's where I came from. But I was a guest at a party. I wasn't the bride, I was a guest. But that was traced back to a bridal show. So we're not just lead generating for big numbers, just to have tons and tons of names and numbers. We're lead generating so that we can find the people that God has already chosen to be in our lives in one way, shape, or form, whether it's our customer, our hostess, our friend, our team member, somebody that we can share Jesus with. So, oh my gosh, there's so many chats. I'm going to read them while Amy's talking in a minute because, that's exciting. Okay, so, and I do also want to encourage you and tell you that the thing that's made the biggest difference for me when it comes to lead generating is praying first and just asking God to go before me in no matter what I do. So if I go check on my facial boxes, I ask God to go before me. If I'm putting out my facial boxes, I ask him to go before me. If I'm doing working women appreciation, I ask him to go before me. So in every way, I know that no matter what I do, as long as I'm doing the work for him to bless, that he's going to put the people that are supposed to be in my life in my life. And so don't overthink it either. Just do it. Just go do it. Go be in the field, go meet the people. And even in everyday life, just out and about, brand yourself. So do you have Mary Kay t-shirts? Do you have Mary Kay bags or a beauty coat or the name tag from MK Connection? So I also encourage you to brand yourself even in everyday life because you're going to attract people that you might not necessarily find in your facial boxes or in these other things that we're going to share. But we are going to share plenty with you. So I am actually going to get us started. And the first thing that I want to share, and I feel like this is often overlooked, especially if you've been in Mary Kay for a little bit of time, is honestly your warm circle. So, your circle, and we like to use the acronym FRANKS. I'll put that in the chat. So, FRANKS, FRANKS. And this stands for, I'm not going to like elaborate on each one because they're kind of self explanatory, but this stands for friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids, and then service providers. I will explain them a little bit. So, friends, like, are there people that you have not asked because maybe you're afraid? Relatives, even extended family. If you are inviting people to your wedding and you had an unlimited budget, if you would invite them, you should try to book them. Acquaintances or people that would recognize your face, maybe they're not super close in your circle, but there's still people that would recognize you that you see, maybe well, I was about to say picking your kids up, but that would be like a kid's thing. But anyway, acquaintances. And then there's neighbors. So acquaintances could be like somebody you see at church every Sunday. There's neighbors, so those are the people in your immediate vicinity. And then kids, those are people, there's two different ways that you could look at this. People that you know because of kids, like maybe other moms or sports, like people that you see at your kids' sports or your kids' teachers. And then there's also people that you knew when you were a kid, because let's be honest, you're all friends with people on Facebook that you knew when you were in school. So have you asked them? And then the last one, service providers. So who sells you insurance? Who does your nails? Who's your banker? Who does your hair? Have you actually asked all of them? So that's your warm circle. So that's one. I'm going to turn it over to Amy. We're going to try to go as fast as we can. I already talk fast.
Yeah,
I don't know. Amy probably talks fast too. So this
me
might
too.
work out great, but that's your Frank's list.
Okay. So I personally actually came from a fabulous referral sheet from a party. And a coworker of mine put my name down as a joke. Because I was super big tomboy, country girl, jeans, t-shirts, no makeup, not really taking care of my skin. And yeah, so she put me down thinking, haha, like this girl's, Amy's never gonna say yes. And I actually did, and it completely changed my life that me answering that text message that day. But I was on a fabulous referral, which I'm gonna talk about in a minute. And Wendy, I'm going to switch up the order a little bit from the list you sent. I'm sorry. So I'm going to start with vendor events. So vendor events are a great way to find leads. Personally, I do a couple bridal expos a year and I do a couple women's expos a year. You can find vendor events through Facebook groups, Sometimes I find them just driving around. And a lot of vendors, like if you go to the vendor event, I know it's already probably set up, but you can find out who's in charge of that event. And most of those events are done through like a group. So you can get that one person's contact information, and that person probably does multiple events. I'm thinking of this one in Riverview. They do multiple events like over the course of months. So as long as you get that one connection, you can find out what the next few events are, indoor, outdoor, whatever you want to do. I love to hand out wooden roses at events. So Wendy, if you'll type in the comments for me, woodroseusa.com. And I spray perfume. I love to spray the Thinking of You perfume on here. It is the most, like, it's the best perfume that most, I would say 99.999% of people love. And you can get a whole case of these roses. You can split them with another consultant. Sometimes your director will get a case and split them with you. They're 17 cents a piece. They're super dirt cheap. And people love, I have customers that are just on this perfume because of me handing out a rose at an event to them. Okay. So yeah, you set up your table, you hand out I literally stand on my table. Would you like a rose? Would you like a rose? And they're like, yes. So I let them pick a rose. And I said, that's sprayed with our Thinking of You perfume. One of my favorites. And then I say, would you also like to enter for a free pampering session? And I point them to my table. And I do that at my bridal shows, everything. So that is vendor events. Wendy, do you do your vendor events slightly different at all?
I have done them so many different ways over the years, to be honest. I've done lots of different things at vendor events, but I remember my first vendor event. I was very, very much, well, I don't actually remember being there, but I remember leading up to it because I was very much overthinking it. I was like, I was asking my director, what do I do? What do I put on my table? She's like, girl, your goal is to get names and numbers. So if you're getting names and numbers, you're doing it right. So over the years, we've done guess how many jars. And right now what we're doing is a prize wheel, and the prize wheel has different stuff on it. And when it lands on whatever, they get a free skincare session plus whatever the prize wheel lands on. But the main thing is you're getting names and numbers. So right. If you're doing that, you're good. I just tend to overthink things. So I was like, is my table going to be right? Is it going to be pretty enough? And she's like, none of that matters, really.
Yeah, sometimes less is more.
Yeah, for sure. And we love wooden roses. We go through those for sure. Yay. Okay. So, and I don't really care what order you go on this list. I need it for my sanity, but okay, I am going to talk. See, why is warm chat the first on my list? I'm gonna go with it. Okay, I'm gonna talk about warm chatter. So warm chatter is just pretty much finding friends that you haven't met yet. And it's just finding people out in the wild. So the best way to warm chatter is to fit it into your everyday life. So for example, we were just at a restaurant and Ruth definitely got the waitress's name and number while we were there. She was like, nobody's ever offered me pampering with Mary Kay, but she knew about it because her mom had done it when she was younger. And so just being out and about, you come across so many people. So I heard somebody say one time, Mary Kay Ash invented Facebook because when she saw a face, she would book it. So she shared and she encouraged us to share with everyone within a 3-foot radius of us everywhere we go. And if you think about that, it's a lot of people. We're around a lot of people every day. So I've done it a couple different ways where I've literally gone to TJ Maxx and put a pillow in my shopping cart and walked around like I was shopping, even though I really wasn't, because I wanted to meet people. That was awkward for me, but some people, they do well with that. I do better with what am I already doing? If I'm just at Starbucks or sometimes I do have to be intentional though, because we are very much in a convenience society right now. So it's easy to never interact with people. So I encourage you to go out of your way to interact with people. So at the grocery store, instead of going to the self-checkout, go through a register with a real person. At the bank, instead of doing the drive-through, go inside and interact with the people in there. So be intentional about being around people. Don't avoid people like the plague. It's going to be hard to warm chatter like that. But what I do is pretty much what I saw Ruth do, which is really reassuring. And I'm just like, hey, this is totally random, but has anybody ever offered you a free skincare session with Mary Kay? I do like to say skincare session because I've gotten a lot of people like, oh, I don't wear makeup. That's okay, because I said skincare session. They don't really say that when I say skincare session or pampering. So she didn't say, do you want a makeover? She said, has anyone offered you free pampering with Mary Kay? So, warm chatter is terrifying to some people, but it's really good to get outside of your comfort zone and meet new people. Again, I'm just going to encourage you to be willing to get outside of your comfort zone, get uncomfortable. Warm chatter everywhere you go, everywhere you go. And so I just say, has anybody ever offered you a free skincare session with Mary Kay? And they're like, no. I say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get your phone number right quick. I'm gonna text you right now. And then when I get where I'm going, I'm gonna send you all the details. What's your number? And then I just literally have my phone in my hand and I look down at it. So it's not just awkward. And then I just say, hey, Amy, this is Wendy with Mary Kay. It was great meeting you at Panera or wherever, because then I know, especially if you go home at the end of the day with multiple names and numbers, you'll remember where you met each person. So yes, we meet lots of people at Starbucks. So that's warm chatter. And some people like to have something to physically give out, but I want to encourage you again, not to overthink it. You don't have to. 99% of the time, I don't. I used to be very uncomfortable warm chattering without like a sample or something to hand them, but now I just do it. It just comes naturally. And my family knows, like, we'll be at a restaurant and it'll be the end and they're like, are you not going to talk to her? And so they know. And or they'll even be like, oh, you should talk to that one over there. So they like seek out people too. So yes, it is so easy. It really truly is. You just have to do it multiple times before you get comfortable with it. For some people, you're going to be comfortable with it from the get-go, and that's awesome. But even if you're not, just keep doing it, because you can get so many leads each week just with whatever you're already doing. So that's warm chatter.
Awesome. And along with warm chatter, I will tell you a very quick story about warm chatting. So during the middle of COVID is when I went through DIQ. And when you're going through DIQ and you're in Ruth's national area, you get phone calls from Ruth. And one of the phone calls was, are you going out and warm chatting? And I literally was on the other phone, and this is probably like maybe the fifth time I'd ever really like talked to Ruth, and I was like, are you crazy? She wants me to go hand out samples in the middle of COVID when everybody wasn't touching what other people were touching and all of that craziness, right? And on top of that, warm chatting was not my favorite thing to do in the world, because it is not my fun personality type. If anybody knows me personally, that's totally not me, but I still went out and did it. So Ruth told me to do it. And it was like June of 2020, and nobody was touching what anybody was touching. People were wearing gloves. Everybody remember all that. And I went out and handed out charcoal mask samples. Okay. And everybody took the sample from me. It was great, because they were in desperate need of the charcoal mask, because we were all getting acne from the masks and stuff like that. The way that I like to warm chatter is by doing skincare surveys. I don't know if skincare surveys were on your list, Wendy, but it's another form. Just getting them to fill out the skincare survey. So you can go on Google and type in Mary Kay skincare survey, and like a bunch of different ideas will pop up with skincare surveys. Okay, so then next on our list, or my list, my list is different than Wendy's list, is facial boxes. So I have posted in the Ever National Area page links to everything you're about to see. Okay, I'm sorry they're all in separate posts, but they're also under the files. Me and the computer had a very big argument this afternoon, and it won. So this is a 4x4x4 box on Amazon. I posted the link in the group. I also posted my back graphic. Okay, you can use whatever graphic you want. I also posted my lead slips. Okay, there are 6 to a page. Also, so I just make these. These are little foam stickers. You can buy these at Hobby Lobby, Michael's. I love to wait till they go on sale, like dirt cheap. And then you can get them. And I just have my daughter sticker the box. Okay. Very important to attach your leads to the box. You can't just set a stack of leads in front of the box. They'll fly everywhere. Okay. Attach your pen. These are Dollar Tree pens. So making this box costs less than $1. Okay. I want to make that very clear because they do disappear sometimes. Okay, so you walk in and out of places. The best thing is not to overthink where you're walking in and out of. Literally in and out of every single place you possibly can think of. I'll give you some examples. I'm sure Wendy will have some examples too. My best boxes right now are sushi places, and Hungry Howie's are my top two, which is crazy. Nail salons they usually always say yes, but I don't get the most leads out of them. The Acai bowl places, I'm sure they have a technical name, but or smoothie places, any place where people are waiting for like food to be prepared or something like that. Mama pop restaurants, tanning salons. Okay, you get the picture, right? Literally anywhere that will tell you yes, that's where you want to walk in and out of. I just walk in and I say, hi, can I leave this on your counter for your customers to enter to win? And that's all I say. I don't introduce myself. I don't make a big deal. I don't take up a million minutes of their time. They either say yes or no. Get excited about the no's, because guess what? The next door place, they'll tell you yes if the one place tells you no. Okay. And then I just set this on their counter and I say, okay, I'll be back in a week or so to check on it. Okay. And then in and out checking, I literally bring a new box into the place, swap it out with the old box, set this up, walk to my car, and then I check on my leads. Okay. Because you do not want to be fiddling with the box inside of establishments. Okay. And then I go back. I'm in 4 different cities right now with my facial boxes. I do work Mary Kay full time, so let me just put that out as a disclosure for people. I do have about 60 boxes out roughly in those areas, total 60 boxes. And then, yeah, do you have anything to add about facial boxes, Wendy? I feel like I'm forgetting something.
I mean, I think I used to overthink that too. Like I literally just walk in, hey, can I leave this here?
Yeah. And
Every
they'll
time
say yes or no.
I've shown someone how to do it, they're like, that's it. Like, I don't know. So yeah, that's perfect. And we have ours out at so Scarlett and I co-parent our boxes, and
I do
that
too with
really
a
helps
consultant.
because she just checked on them today, some of
Mhm.
them, and she's checking on more tomorrow. But a lot of times we'll go out and check them together. One person drives, one person hops out. It used to be my daughter, now it's Scarlett, and so we have them at same kind of places, boba tea places. Also think about like tire change places, chiropractor offices, dentist offices. So really, yeah, same thing. Coffee
Yeah.
shops, restaurants, all the
We
Here
places.
where
we
I'm
have two
at, the dentist
questions.
offices have places like cleaning services that come in, so they get wiped out every single week. So that was frustrating for us. Somebody's asking how many leads do I do my boxes with a consultant. So I drive, she hops in and out of the car. My daughters come with me. I have 10-year-old twin daughters, and they ride along right along with us. I don't have numbers. I would say 20 leads at least a week from the boxes. And each city has a different number, but total 60 total. So, and then it's technically we're going to the boxes every 3rd week. So once I put the box out, I check it every week for a couple weeks to make sure that they see me. And then after that, I leave it for a little longer, and then I just pop cities. So that's
Do you know
facial boxes.
how many bookings would you say you get from? So if you get 20 names from 60 boxes, how many bookings do you get from that?
We book half.
Half. I love it.
Yep.
Okay. And once you get the leads from the boxes, what is your script when you call them?
I can post that.
I
That'd be
just
great.
shared
But
a script too in case it's helpful.
okay. I can post my scripts.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, Wendy, you're
Yes.
up for whatever's after facial boxes.
Okay, great. Thank you. And we're going to try to have questions and answers at the end. So if anything doesn't get answered, um, feel free to ask because I might miss stuff in the chat. Ruth does a great job of watching the chat, but this is a chatty group, which is so exciting because there's almost 100 people on here, which I'm also so excited about. And yes, it's being streamed. I know it says it doesn't say it's being recorded. It's being streamed straight to YouTube, so it will be available afterwards. So you can share it with your team, your friends, your consultants that maybe aren't on. So okay. Um, Let me get back to I was look, I'm all over the place. Okay, so I am going to talk about one of my favorites lately, which is Mama's Appreciations at Daycares. So, daycares, so here's logistically how I set it up. So I go to the daycares in the morning, or the earlier the better. The directors are there pretty much all the time around where we live anyway. But we go to the daycare. I like to go 9 a.m. or sooner to talk to the director before things get kind of crazy and chaotic because they also have been helping a lot with the kids because a lot of daycares are understaffed. And I just go to the director and I say, hey, my name is Wendy. I'm a local sales director with Mary Kay or beauty consultant with Mary Kay. Say that, whichever. And I say, so one of the services that I offer locally is free mama appreciation events. Do you already have someone doing yours? And usually they're like, well, what is that? And, or depending on, you got to read people. This is definitely a people business. So I might say, can I tell you a little bit about it right quick? They don't say no typically because they're the director. That's what they're there for, is to interact with the public too. So I say, so pretty much what I do is during pickup time. I don't do it during drop off. Scarlett and I did one drop off one time. It was chaos. They're ready to go to work. They're trying to get rid of their kids and run. So I only do it at pickup time. And most daycares close at 6. So I typically do 3:30 to 6. Um, because people do start picking up their kids around 3, because if they have kids that are older in school, usually that's around when they have to get them to. So we do 3:30 to 6-ish. And I say we just set up out front, and I do set up outside because most daycares don't want you inside because it's like there's laws and rules against that. Um, and I just hand out roses and chocolates to the mamas as they come get their little ones, and I bring enough for the staff too. So, is there any reason we couldn't just try it once and see how it goes? They almost always say yes. We've had very few daycares tell us no. Now, I do have a couple of tips. I'm saying daycares to you, I never say daycare to them. I say I partner with childcare facilities. Okay. I learned my lesson here because one director got very offended when I said daycare. And she's like, this is not a daycare, this is an academy. And I was like, okay. So I do not say daycare. Don't say daycare. Even if it says daycare on the sign, just say childcare facility, or childcare provider or something along those lines. And then once they say yes, then I say, okay, so I typically come like twice a year, literally just twice a year. This is totally free to you. How many families and how many staff do you have, so I can be prepared? And then they usually know off the top of their head how many families and staff they have. And I do have lots and lots and lots of pictures to share with y'all at the end. I'm gonna like click through really quickly so you can physically see some of this stuff. And I can post them too. But we just take a small, like the TV tray table, like what you would eat on at your couch, small table with a sparkly tablecloth, a vase of wooden roses. We use the wooden roses for pretty much everything. A couple of clipboards with Mama Appreciation entry forms, and chocolate. And we make the chocolate high so the kids don't think they can dig through it, because they will. Olivia is usually my chocolate giver outer, but I like her to still be high, like she'll be on a chair so that the kids aren't trying to, because she'll be like, yeah, you can have it, and you can have it, and you can have it. But as the mamas walk up, we say, hey, we're doing a mama's appreciation. So we have a chocolate and a rose for you and a free skincare session and gift card. And literally every daycare that I've done, every daycare, there's only one or two mamas that say no, thank you. Every single one of the mamas give us their name and number. It is the best lead generating thing that we do. And we love doing them. And once we have a daycare established, the thing is, so I don't know about, I think we're all over the country, but I don't know about in Florida, but we have like sunshine houses. So we have them everywhere. And then we have Big Blue Marble, and we have those everywhere. And then we have Lollipop Lane, and we have those everywhere. So once I get into one, then I go to another one, and I'm like, hey, I work with the one on, such and such road, and they love it. So I wanted to go ahead and set it up with you too. Like, I assume they're going to say yes. And they do. So And sometimes it depends on her face when I'm talking to her, but I'll be like, oh yeah, I work with the Lollipop Lane and the Hope Academy and and I'll just like name drop. So, and I will also say in the beginning, even if you're not already working with facilities, you could say, what we do is we partner with local childcare facilities and do free mama appreciations because we are the sales force and you're not lying. So that is mama appreciations.
Awesome. I love it. Okay, next on our list is fabulous referrals. So I would say facial boxes and vendor events are my top two ways to get leads. My next is fabulous referral. I also posted this sheet. You can also Google it, fabulous referral Mary Kay, and it'll pop up. So there's 20 names on here. They put their name on the bottom. After they do their skincare at the party is when I bust this out. I say, okay, next we're going to play a little game. Who loves games? Okay. And I pass out the sheet. So everybody, I feel like everybody does this differently. I'm going to share with you how I do it. And I think Wendy plays a song or something, but I do it a little different. So I let them take their time filling this out because if it takes them 4 minutes to give me 20 names, I'm going to wait. And I'm going to get 20 names. So I do tell them that they get a free gift from me when they give me 20 names. Okay. And I get 20 names a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. Do I get people that say no? Yes, 100%. It happened to me yesterday. Okay. But so free gifts, everyone's going to ask next, what's the free gift? Okay. So if you have been in Mary Kay for a hot minute, you recognize these and you recognize these. Okay. These are my free gifts until I run out of these in my inventory. And I did stock up before they went away. Okay. If you're new to Mary Kay and you're like, I don't even know what that was, that's okay. Forget about it. You all have eyeshadows. Okay. So eyeshadows is your next way to go if you're too new for what I just showed you. If you're a seasoned consultant, get rid of these sheet masks first. Okay. So eyeshadows. I put this is the little baggie that our satin lip set comes in. I have like a million of these bags for some reason. Or you can do a little mesh baggie. You can do a little zip. It does not matter what the packaging is. Okay. You're just giving them a free gift for giving you 20 names. Okay. And don't forget to make sure they put their name on the bottom because it's really fun trying to match handwritings at the end of the party if you don't get the names at the end of at the bottom. Wendy, do you want to share how do you do this differently? Do you play the song and play the game?
I will share. It's very different, but
Okay.
okay, so
Which
our
is good.
referral sheet, I don't remember where we got this idea. I had this custom made. Um, so ours is it's 15 different people and it has different categories. So, like for example, it says the expecting mom, the trusted mentor, the adventurer, the go-getter, the happily engaged, the fierce competitor. And before I ask for referrals, I say, okay, so because this is really towards the end of the party. It's after all the skincare, before the CC cream, and I say, so did y'all learn anything new? Have y'all had fun so far? And they're always like, yes, this has been great. And then I'll say, okay, so let's be honest. As women, we don't do enough of this for ourselves. We don't take a minute, slow down, like take care of ourselves because we are taking care of literally everybody else, literally everything else. And so then I just say, you know, we're all like that. Like we all live the same life. And you all know people that deserve pampering that aren't getting it right now. And so I'm going to give you this paper and you're going to get to nominate ladies in your life for a free skincare session and gift card. And then I say, I do have a couple rules. One, they have to be at least 18. Two, you have to like them because y'all are pretty awesome. And if you like them, I probably will too. And three, they can't be here today. And then I do tell them to circle the people who are not local because if they're not local, we're going to book them virtually. And the way that I do it, I don't give a gift. We do tickets at our parties. So every time they participate, ask or answer a question, depending on who's giving out the tickets, they're going to get a lot of tickets. And the tickets are for two things. Scarlett's laughing because she gives away a lot of tickets. So tickets are for two things. One, I do have one prize at each party that I shake up the tickets. So I have them put their name on it. I shake them up at the end and draw a winner for a prize. So they want to get lots of tickets. They get one ticket per referral that they put down. And then the other thing that we just started doing that has been amazing is I have tiaras, like it was 16 for $16. So they're a dollar each on Amazon. Happy to share the link, but I got tiaras and I take one tiara to every party. And because I was asking myself, how can we make people feel important at our parties like we do in Mary Kay when they join our team? So this is their taste of Mary Kay. So the queen of the party is the person with the most tickets at the end. So they're already asking and answering questions, but then when it's time for referrals, they're like, they don't even question it, to be honest. It's so funny because the same people that will come to the party and be like, I don't have any friends to invite, will fill up the referral form,
Yep.
right? Because
Every
now they
time.
know you and they like you and they're having fun. So there's lots of different ways to get referrals. I've done it lots of different ways in my Mary Kay career, but I'm only sharing that because you asked me how I do it different. But referrals, y'all, like they work. And they're warmer because at first I used to be scared to get referrals and I was scared to call referrals, but they're warmer than pretty much any of these other leads besides maybe warm chatter. That's warm. That's pretty warm. Because there's a connection. It's not just like, hey, I randomly came into your job and gave you gifts. It's literally like your friend. Oh, and another thing I like on my form is so it says your relationship. So, for example, this says Jayla, it has her phone number, relationship friend. So when I call, I could say, hey, your friend Milana or Milena nominated you versus like I don't really know how y'all are related because it says mom, aunt, friend, cousin, coworker, whatever. So that's been really cool. So
Awesome.
yay. Okay. I guess I'm going next. Let me look at
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm going to talk about all this stuff. All right, I do want to talk about working women appreciation. This is another one. If I need leads fast, this is my go-to. This is the thing that I know I can take a brand new consultant who has no circle whatsoever and have leads for her the same day. I say, all right, get cute and meet me at such and such place, get in my car, and we're going to go get some leads. So we just take a basket and we throw a whole bunch of wooden rows. Yeah, and we've done. I say a basket. We've walked around with a base and a bucket of candy. I mean, we've shown up at
Just
places
hold
with
them.
leftover roses in our trunk and put them in a miracle set bag or like Amy just had in her hand, like pick
Just
a
hold them.
rose. It's fine. Don't overthink it. So we take roses and chocolates into workplaces. We typically, I would say 99% of the time, because we just we just started holding parties in a new city this month. So we didn't have really any leads in the city. And so Scarlett and I went out last week and we just went to banks and dentist offices. That's really where we go the most is banks and dentist offices. I like this because you can almost control like who you get here because if they work at a bank or a dentist office, they're off nights and weekends. So they're more likely to be able to come to our Saturday party because they're off. So that's really cool. We do a whole lot of banks and dentist offices, but we just walk in. It's fun to do this with a friend, but I do have a story of doing this without a friend. So we walk in with our stuff and our happiness, and we just say, hey, we're out honoring working women. We brought you treats. And like we get real excited, right? And we take our enthusiasm with us and we ask God to go before us too, because this one scares me. But we get great results doing it. And we just say, we're out honoring working women, so we brought you a treat. And every time they're like, oh my God, like it can be the most awkward place too. And they're like, oh, that's so sweet. And we get 99% of the people we come across give us their name and number. So we say, here, pick a rose. We have an actual treat, and then we hand them the clipboard, and it's honoring working women. And then the other thing we do with this is so it just has name and cell phone number. And then it also says at the bottom, if you want to nominate another business to get treats next time we go out, it doesn't say all that, not that many words, but we let them nominate another business. That is awesome because then when they nominate the bank next door, we go next door and we're like, hey, Amy over at First Citizens just nominated you to get some treats. And we're out honoring working women. And then we get an even better response. And then they're more likely to nominate someone. So we have a whole list of places that have been nominated that we haven't gone to yet. But 99% of the time, we just get in the car and we go. There's banks everywhere. Even in small cities, there's banks everywhere. So I know Amy does a lot of this too. So, Amy, what do you do different, if anything?
So I have my clipboard in like a kind of a bigger Mary Kay pink bag. I take my daughters too. They love to hand out roses, and it's a good counting exercise for them too. But I'm here in Florida, and we have these strip malls. And they're not just your typical strip mall. They're like strip malls of I don't know, there's like a realtor, a lawyer, there's an eye doctor. You guys know what I'm talking about? There's like, the spinal person, and then like all these other little psychiatrists are in there, like, and they're all in their own little thing. So I park at one end, and there's like sometimes 10 buildings, and we walk around the whole thing in and out of the places. And I just walk in and say, like, hi, I'm with Mary Kay. I'm out honoring working women today. How many women do you have working in the office? And they're like, oh, there's 5 of us. And we count out 5 roses. And I say, oh, that's sprayed with our thinking of you perfume. We're also giving away free pampering sessions. And that's when I pull out my clipboard and I say, all you have to do is write your name and number down, and we'll contact you for the free pampering session. And I encourage them to take it around to everybody else in the office. Um, and that's how I do it. And in and out, in and out. I park and I walk. So because I'm in Florida and I do that kind of, we don't do chocolates because I think halfway through the walk it would probably be melted into a mushy mess. I just do roses. So slightly different, but
Oh yeah.
probably the same results.
Scarlett says we do hard candy. She's not lying because we have handed out a lot of melted chocolate. It's 100 degrees in South Carolina right now too.
Yeah.
So for the Mama's appreciations, we put ice. We put our chocolate on ice. That helps a lot. But yeah, but you don't have to have chocolate. It's just I don't know. I guess I like chocolate.
It's an added
And
I have a quick
like
question. How do you
yes,
get them to fill out the clipboard, and what is on the form?
you just put it in their hand.
I just hand it to them.
You put it in their hand. They will fill it out. Don't worry.
Yeah, they
And
fill it
while
out.
they're filling it out, I say, so we're gonna give you a call in the next couple days. Or if I really want to push me and whoever's with me, I say, we're gonna call you tonight. And the faster you call them, the better. So, oh no, they go get them. While they're filling it out, I say, oh, do you have other ladies here? They get excited. They come out. Trust me.
Yeah. They'll walk around with the clipboard. Like I've had people take the clipboard to the back, depending on what type of office it is. And they'll take it to the back and have them fill it out. 100%.
And can you post your slip, Wendy or Amy, in the
Yes,
later?
we may have the same slip, but we can post it. I think that's the one thing I didn't post in that art page yet, but I'll write it down to post it.
Yeah, and I shared my Google Drive already, but I'll share my whole Google Drive because it has literally everything in it. But yeah, it's not complicated. You're gonna look at it and be like, oh, this is so simple.
And I carry like 20 or 30 on my clipboard. And then whenever I need to switch to another sheet, I think there's 20 names to a sheet. And I just to the back, to the back, to the back, to the back every time I, go into a new place, or depending on how it is, that's how I do it.
I never thought of doing it that way. We have individual slips for everyone.
Oh, do you? I have I think it's there's 20 on a big, huge clipboard. So I carry around this big, huge clipboard, and there's 10 on this side, 10 on this side. I don't know if I have it right here.
I'm writing down all the links that I need to share. Oh yeah,
thanks, this is Sarah. My sheet. But I'll share it. So there's different name ones here, ones here, ones here, ones here. And I'll share this.
Oh, sheet. Those are the same sheets. We just cut them out.
That's funny.
They're the exact same ones.
Okay, next on our list is customer appreciation events. So this you can do at stores. I personally have done them at restaurants. So I can't speak too much of the stores thing, but I'm sure they're done the same way. And I literally have gone with one of my consultants into a store. I have gone to Miller's Ale House. I've done one at Chili's. I've done one at Rock and Brews. I have done one at Outback. So those are the places that I've done them at. And I'm sure Wendy's done them at other places, but I literally you go in when it's not busy time. Okay. And I just walk in, ask to speak to the manager. The manager comes up front, and I tell them that I'd love to do a customer appreciation and partner with them. And then I explain to them what I do. I set up a little table out front, kind of like what Wendy does with the daycare. I set up a little table up front. I hand out wooden roses. They get an opportunity to enter to win a free pampering session. The restaurants that I've worked with have actually gave me a gift card to raffle off. You can also buy a gift card too, but all the ones that I've worked with, like Miller's Ale House, Outback, and Rock and Brews gave me like 7 to hand out. They were like, here, just hand all these out. And I'm like, okay. Like, so I had like 7 winners of the gift cards. And they'll literally just give them to you for you to do that. Enter to win a Rock and Brews gift card, and you also get a free Mary Kay pampering session with it. And so and I think I went out on a Wednesday and I booked that Friday night. So I like to do them on Friday nights or Saturday nights. That's when your restaurants are going to be, busy, obviously, on the weekends. But you can book them literally that close. So I went out with my consultant and we booked all 4 restaurants within like that Friday, that Saturday, and then the other 2 I did the next Friday and the next Saturday. Um, but you don't go in on a Friday or Saturday night to try to book them. You book them, like at 4 p.m. or, right before the dinner rush when the manager's not really running around with like a chicken with his head cut off. Okay. So yeah, that's all I did. So that is customer appreciation. Wendy, do you want to add anything to customer appreciation events?
Yeah, what you said about the daycares, my restaurants and stores look exactly like a daycare.
Yeah.
The form doesn't say mama appreciation, but it's exactly the same. And I have walked into Outback before and said, hey, I chose you, or no, I said you were chosen this week as I can't remember exactly how it worked, but like our restaurant of the week to do a free customer appreciation event. So I'm going to come back, and I just said it like this. I'm going to come back around 6 and I'll buy a couple gift cards from you. And I'm just going to hand out roses and chocolates out front to the ladies that come by. And they can also choose to get a free skincare session, which is their entry to win a gift card that I'll buy. But like you, a lot of times they're like, oh, we'll give them away. And some of the main places that I've only done Outback once, but I have done restaurant events at Chick-fil-A more than anywhere else. Chick-fil-A in our city does family nights on Monday nights, and every Chick-fil-A has a marketing manager. So you can go into any Chick-fil-A and ask for their marketing manager, speak with them, and set it up. And those are on Monday nights. But we also have done, like, Buffalo Wild Wings would have, and I don't even know if they're still open, but they would have like 99-cent wings on Wednesday, or Mexican restaurants will have Taco Tuesday. So if there's a special event, that's the best time to really show up. And then stores are the same exact way. I worked a lot with Ann Taylor Loft, and they do a customer or like a friends and family appreciation, customer appreciation. Same thing with, we've worked with, what is that? Oh, Kendra Scott and Kate Spade. They almost always say yes. So if you have any of those around, I don't know so our closest Kate Spade is a little bit far away, but they said yes to us. And then Kendra Scott, Kendra Scott is really close to us. So that's another one where they pretty much always say yes because we're Mary Kay. So
Lane Bryant will say yes too because we're Mary Kay.
Yes. Okay. Lane Bryant. I need to write that down. Lane Bryant. Okay. So yeah, we've done, now that's not all the ones we've done, but that's just some examples. So yes. Um, and Carrie, I actually have one of my pictures that I'm going to share in just a little bit is a mall kiosk. I have gotten a mall kiosk several times over the years. And it's not a permanent one, it's a temporary one. So it's like a pop-up, and I have gotten leads that way. You don't sell anything, but okay, Soma, I'm writing these down. Scarlett, we got work to do. So
and you can get a new bra while you're there, right?
So I've done mall kiosk, and I'll show you a picture of that, but all I did was a guess how many jar, and I just got lots and lots of leads. That's it. So yeah, most clothing stores will say yes too. And it's, I will say when you first start, you're not gonna be as confident as when you go the 10th time you ask. And like Amy said, be excited when you get told no, because that brings you closer to a yes. So keep trying. And I've had the same store that I used to work with lots and lots tell me no. So when management changes, sometimes they say no, and that's okay. Just find another place. It's okay. What's in the jar? Whatever you want, honestly. I put disco balls in there. I've put lipstick in mine before. I've put just whatever. Doesn't matter. Put candy corn in there. M&Ms, anything. Okay, so I'm looking at our list. always so good at sticking to a time frame. I'll just tell y'all
Right.
that now. I said
We got to
this was
pick
going
up
to
the
be an
pace.
hour, but I'm also happy to answer questions. I love training, so I could be here all night. We have lots and lots of different things on our list, and okay, what do I have left? Temptation basket?
Yeah, I have 3 left, but I think I had one more than you.
Okay, so I did not bring my temptation basket. It's at home, but this isn't necessarily like a go out today and get 20 leads type of thing, but again, just remember lead generating is a long game. It's not just a how many leads can I get today. So the temptation basket is your baby. Like, you're not allowed to leave your baby in the car. You cannot leave your baby home alone like I did when I came to Florida. You take it everywhere you go. And a temptation basket is just a basket of products. Again, don't overthink it. Don't ask me what products to put in it. It really doesn't matter. Just put a bunch of products in it. I do recommend having a lookbook in the back, like sticking up where it says Mary Kay. And well, I can tell you the best thing to put in the basket, but it doesn't mean it's the only thing. The best thing that we found to put in the basket is anything that smells, whether it's our body lotion, colognes, perfumes. Oh, and we spray our roses too with Confidently You. But I watched Scarlett sell $150 worth of cologne right in front of me because I told her to bring a basket everywhere we go, and she brought her basket into Starbucks, and I didn't. And a man walked up and was like, it was so funny. I mean, it's not funny. His ex-wife destroyed all his Mary Kay colognes. He had one of every one. And I don't know if she threw them away or took them when they got divorced, but he was like, I need every cologne. So he bought several right then. And over the course of the next couple months, he bought them all from Scarlett because we were sitting at Starbucks with a basket. She would have never known because he was sitting in the corner studying for a test. We'd never known that he was somebody that would want to buy Mary Kay, and he became a great customer. And she was able to also encourage him in the test that he was doing, the studying. And so that was really cool too. This is an opportunity to make connections everywhere you go. And this is another reason why I recommend getting out of your house, because if I'm always at home with my basket sitting next to me, well, not a whole lot's happening. My cats are not going to buy Mary Kay. But when we book and like coach and do those kinds of things, I do it at home a lot, but we also like to go sit somewhere. Starbucks, Panera. Starbucks is really our favorite, honestly. So many people walk past you at Starbucks, and I have sold literally thousands of dollars. So this is more like a sales tip. Thousands of dollars from my basket. But when you sell something, it's not just a cash and carry. You want to have a conversation with them, make sure they don't have a consultant, and then get all of their information. So it really is a lead generating customer like gathering tool, but it brings people to you that you might not have otherwise known or noticed. So I have had consultants take their basket in Walmart and put it in their shopping cart and walk it around, and made connections, got this one, she didn't know what she was doing. She just got 3 new customers in Walmart because she was pushing her basket around. So it's great. So anyway, temptation basket. I've had lots of baskets over the years. Nope, I usually just throw them in the basket. Now, when I share my pictures in just a second, you're going to see lots of decorated products. Those are usually for holidays, but they don't have to be decorated. You can just throw them in a basket. I do often take them out of boxes, but again, you don't have to. So, all right, Amy, whatever else you want to share, and then I'm going to share pictures. And also, this would be the time to put a bunch of questions in the chat.
Yes. Okay, real quickly, I have 3 left. The fastest one, and this is already posted in the Everheart page. This is a Mary Kay scavenger hunt. You can also Google it, and you'll probably get this exact same sheet. So this is what you would take to the mall. For those of you that love to go to the mall, your clipboard, obviously a pen. There's a bunch of different categories: lady with a stroller, somebody with a baby, somebody with red shoes, jeans on, somebody with a dog, somebody with a cell phone. You get the picture, right? So you just walk up to them and you say, I'm in a scavenger hunt and I'm trying to be the first one to finish. You're competing against yourself. Okay. They don't need to know that no one else is competing. And you say, I noticed that you're wearing red shoes. Can you put your name down for red shoes? And they're going to put their name and phone number down. Okay. Now, this is the other thing that you want to carry, like I don't know, 10 to 15 copies of this sheet on your clipboard, because you may run into 10 ladies that have a baby with a stroller. Okay. So as they're coming towards you, you can flip to the next sheet, and that baby with a stroller place is empty, and you're going to get her. Okay. And then if there's another one, you're going to flip it again. Okay. It's not about filling out the sheet. It's about getting, the names. So that is scavenger hunt. I would say the mall is probably your best bet to do the scavenger hunt. I can't think of any other place off the top of my head that would be a good place to do it. You could probably just carry it around in your purse and just do it while you're out and about too. The other thing is networking events. And Wendy, I'm just going to quickly hit the last two. Networking events is a great way to connect with other business owners, other business women. You can find free networking events. You can do a BNI if you choose to. There's a ton of networking events that are super cheap that meet monthly for you to be able to connect with other business owners. Okay, so that's networking events. Another one that I truly love to do is teacher appreciation. My teacher appreciation events are like literally off the chain. Usually they're done in May. 2 years ago, I booked so many schools. I had to go to schools the week before Teacher Appreciation Week and the week after Teacher Appreciation Week. Okay, so I had 15 different schools that I went to 2 years ago. Last year, I had so many schools that I was booking, I had to pretty much book my consultants. And this is how I booked them. Okay, this is super simple. I made a post on a Facebook community page. And you can also, you don't have to wait till May when it is Teacher Appreciation Week. You can appreciate teachers whenever you want. Sometimes they do something in November or December also for their teachers. So you can try to get in then. I make a post on a Facebook community group saying, I'm a Mary Kay sales director and I'm looking to get into I love to do elementary schools. You can do whatever you want. It's probably because my daughters are in elementary like that age range. So like I'm more comfortable there, but it doesn't matter. I'm looking to get into elementary schools in the area and do a little pampering session for the teachers as an appreciation. Please tag a principal or a PTA president is what I say in the post. Okay. And it will blow up. And you won't get people that just are tagging PTA presidents or the principal. Most of the time I just booked through a teacher. Is kind of how it worked. And I literally take satin hands, satin lips in a Mary Kay black starter kit bag. Okay. I do take extra because most of the time the nurses want to purchase it from you. And then I take my little lead slips. These lead slips I use for every single thing except the honoring working women. Okay. So this is my vendor event slip. This is my facial box slip. It's my teacher appreciation slip. It's my everything. I take those slips, I take a clipboard, I have my little box, and I have satin hands and satin lips to demo, and I have a few to sell. And I have some catalogs, okay? I always tell them that I just need to be set up near a sink. So whether that be in the teacher's lounge, an extra classroom, it doesn't matter. They just set me up. And I go in for free. Okay, so these are free leads. Every school, I'm getting at least 10 to 30 leads, and usually I sell about $100 a day. So that's teacher appreciation. Wendy, that is all I have on my slip. The only thing we didn't go over is window clings, if you want to.
Okay, well, since you're holding it up, so this is like a backup to facial boxes if there's literally physically no space for a facial box, or in an instance where you're traveling and maybe you can't check on the facial box, you can still put window clings out. And they literally are static clings with a QR code, because our facial boxes also have QR codes on them, and we get a lot of leads from QR code scans too. So they can drop their name and number in the box, or they can scan our QR code. So it can go on a window, a mirror, anywhere. So it's not a sticker, because people wouldn't want that stuck forever. But think like gyms, also beauty salons. Like if you, like your hairdresser, the person that's getting their hair done is staring in the mirror the whole time. So places like that, but also as a backup for facial boxes. I have posts and links and like all the things for all the things. So I'll be sure to put a post together And I know Amy will too. And so I'm going to look through these questions right quick. But Amy, I really like this teacher appreciation thing, and not just how you do it, but how you find them. I really like that because you have
Oh
an
yeah, they come
in.
to me. It's insane.
Like,
I was only
this
gonna
is
do three
great.
this year, because of me homeschooling and not having childcare for the girls this particular year. I was only gonna book three, and um, it got so crazy on my Facebook post. I reached out to my consultant, Amanda. I don't even know if she's on here. And I'm like, what mornings are you off? Because I need to book you for all these schools. And I literally just told the teacher, either me or my coworker, Amanda, will be at your school. And then I divvied them up. And I had her, I think she went to like 7 or 8. And then I did my 3 that I had told myself I was going to do. But they literally will come to you through the Facebook post.
I
And
love
I go
this.
between 10 and 12. I hit all their lunch hours. And so you really can only do one school a day. And, you know, whether you choose to do elementary, middle, high school, whatever you're comfortable with, it does not matter. Um, and yeah, I just booked a ton. It was crazy.
I love that. So your Facebook post, is it in like a community group?
Yes. The
Okay.
Facebook post is in a community group. And tell us again about the Facebook post. I literally just say, like, I'm a Mary Kay sales director and I am um, doing free pampering for elementary school teachers. I would love to, you know, I'm trying to get into the schools. Please tag your PTA president or principal to elementary schools. And most of the time it's like a mom that has a kid at a certain school and they're like, oh, da 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 is the, you know, is the PTA president. And I can tell you, because it's in like an event, you should book through the PTA president, but most of the time it's a teacher that gets tagged and the teacher just asks the principal and the principal says, sure. So
I love that so much. And we've done a lot of teacher appreciations when the teachers, they have in-service work days where the students aren't there but the teachers are, and those are throughout the year but also before school starts. They're there, you know, early. um so we've done it that way too, but I like this idea, and you could do this on their lunch hour, so it doesn't matter if
yeah, and
there's
it's
students
satin
there.
hands and satin lips. It's super fast. I asked them if they'd like to do satin hands and lips or just hands or just lips. Like, I don't really care what they do. You know, oh, and I'm giving away this. I do give away something at every school. It's usually like a body wash and a body lotion. I don't usually give away the satin hand set because I have them there for them to purchase. So I pick something else. You know, oh, and you get to enter to win our, you know, body wash and body lotion today, and they'll enter to win. They'll take a catalog. Um, you know, I meet people that are like, oh, I've lost my consultant into the oblivion. Um, you know, all the time. Oh, they do it
So
themselves. Mary Kay is, you know, girl, Mary Kay's touch free. I squirt it on their hands just like you would do at a party. This is the softener. This is going to soften all your calluses. This is the scrub. Keep scrubbing, rinse and dry. I almost said bring toilet paper. Oh my gosh. I bring paper towels. It's getting late for me. I bring paper towels with me to the schools. Everybody who has kids on the Zoom knows that schools do not have enough money for literally anything. So I go to the Dollar Tree and get the Dollar Tree paper towels, and I'll bring a roll with me um, so that they can dry their hands. And I'm not using that brown, whatever they think paper towels are in schools. So,
So this reminds me of two things actually. One, I've done this exact thing at banks before, staff appreciation. So staff appreciation, I've done it at banks, I've done it at courthouses because I used to be a paralegal. So I thought I'm gonna go to the courthouse. It's full of women. Same thing. And sometimes I take them lunch, which is literally just a whole lot of salad with Olive Garden dressing and like whatever. Don't overcomplicate it. It doesn't even, you don't even have to do that part, but I've done that. And then another thing that we're working on doing is working with apartment complexes to set up beauty bars so that we can lead generate there, because the goal there would be come to our beauty bar, you know, maybe try some perfume, some lotion or whatever, satin hands, satin lips, and then you're getting their information to book them for their own parties. So apartment complexes, there's so many people within every apartment complex, and
yeah.
there's apartment complexes everywhere. They keep building new ones everywhere. So
And they do
they
events.
want
So I've,
events. They
yep.
love events.
Yeah,
Wow.
I've done a couple of those. I've actually done it because I had a consultant that lived at those specific apartment complexes that were doing, they're constantly doing events on Saturdays for their people, residents. And
Yes.
Billy or Robbie, somebody asks, I don't even know. Oh, Robin asked, do you do pampering on their lunch hour? Yes. So as they literally have like 20 minutes to 30 minutes to come eat lunch and do whatever. And they'll literally come in, do satin hands, satin lips, enter, and they're gone. Like it's literally like an assembly line. Okay. You're not sitting there doing their face or nothing crazy. It's fast because they don't have time. But most of them don't even get a chance to eat.
Okay, so I do want to I'm going to screen share some pictures. I'm just going to go through them quickly, but also I would love to know in the chat of all these things that you've heard, what are your 5 things going to be? What are you excited to implement? What are you excited to try for the first time? What are you going to get outside of your comfort zone and give a try? So we would love to hear that. And then feel free to also ask questions on the Facebook post. So I would encourage you to put all the questions there versus whatever other, there's so many platforms we can talk on, but it'll be easier to keep it all in one place. So I'm just going to screen share just some pictures because I know a lot of people are visual, and but again, don't overthink this. Don't like, just, can you see this? Can you see this picture?
Yes.
Okay, so this is just one example of a vendor booth setup that has a guess how many jar and some products for them to try. We let them try products, and we have some before and afters on the table, like before and after pictures. And then here's an example of a temptation basket. And literally, we were sitting at Starbucks with that sign that we could earn 1 month for the $600 plus, and it says gift ideas, smell me. That's all it says, like smell me. And we don't even have to have that. People just walk up and they're like, what you got in your basket? Just another, or that's the same table actually. Another table looks very similar because we're pretty consistent. This is a daycare, so we have a ton of roses. This daycare had a lot. This daycare actually, I think, might be the daycare that I met Toya at, who's on here. But chocolates on ice, and we were actually inside. Sometimes they do invite us inside. Facial boxes, this is proof that they work. We get tons of leads from facial boxes. Mamas, or no, working women appreciation. So we have a basket with roses, clipboards, and candy, or whatever, roses, whatever you're handing out. um, Rain or shine, we are going to stay. This is a daycare. And then just another like close up of a guess how many jar. This one's full of foam roses, but I've had so many things in my guess how many jars over the years. If you're gonna do a guess how many jar, we don't even do these anymore, but we did them for years and years and years, and it worked really well. Restaurant. So this is a burger place that used to love giving us so many gift cards, like a ridiculous. We couldn't even give them all away. That's how many they kept giving us. They loved us. Another vendor event set up. We find that perfumes bring people to the table. So having all the perfumes and colognes out for people to smell is very helpful. But even if you don't, I've had an empty table with just my lead generating stuff, and you talk to people and get them to come. Another daycare, Olivia makes a lot of appearances at our daycares. Working Women Appreciation, again, basket with roses. Here's another idea for a vendor event. It's a kissing booth. So this is like a kiss personality test where they try one of our lipsticks and kiss a piece of paper, and it shows them like their personality. It's just a fun interactive booth where they also get to try our lipsticks. So this was a hit at a nursing home that we did. So they loved it.
I've done that at bridal shows before.
Yeah, so the kissing booth is fun. And then a Halloween event. This was a trick or treat event. We got tons of leads at this one too. So it was interactive. Like I made a photo frame for them to come take a selfie. And these are just ideas, though, you guys. Me and Olivia doing a daycare. It was just me and her. It was so cute. Um, this is baby Olivia. We were doing a teacher appreciation here, actually. So like what Amy was just talking about, so we didn't do satin hands and lips. We just gave them roses and got their names and numbers. Another teacher appreciation where I guess we did do satin hands at that one. But it's just a lot of the same thing. Here's our prize wheel. This was another trunk or treat event. This is the kiosk at the mall. So it was literally just guess how many, and then cute stuff. I hardly had anything out, to be honest. Another facial box example. I mean, it's very consistent. We're just getting leads. And this is my baby at the mall kiosk. She's so grown now. She's 7. She helped me get a lot of leads. She always helps us get a lot of leads, apparently. um, and so, yeah, just restaurants, daycare, again, like basket. This, I had to throw this in here so you wouldn't think Olivia was the only kid that helps me. This is Brooklyn when she was probably like 8 helping me. So my kids have always been super involved, like Amy was saying, with the helping of the things. So that's been really fun. So this has been, oh, I love this. All the, uh, all the ideas that you guys are going to implement. I got to figure out how to download this chat because I really like it. So thank you all so much. This has been, oh, I can save the chat. I'm going to do that right now. um, so this has been great. Thank you all so much for being on. And Ruth, did you have anything that you wanted to add?
I just want to say thank you. This was so phenomenal, and you guys did a great job tag teaming. You kept it moving fast, great ideas. Thank you for taking the time to put this together and organize it and to show us and to post your links and all the things and just for being brave. And there were so many great quotes tonight that you both said, and I was typing in the chat, not really on my piece of paper here, but I love the purpose is finding people that God has already chosen to be in our life. And I love Amy said, I just assume they're going to say yes. And I loved all your wording. And so thanks for sharing your experience, your wisdom that we can just copy and paste and duplicate it. And that's how simple it is. You just have to be bold. You have to get out of your comfort zone. That's the key. You're all going to be afraid the first time, but once you do it, it's going to become more natural and easier every time that you do it. And so that's it. We just have to be a blessing, smile and be a blessing, make everybody feel special, make everyone feel important, and book anybody that comes within 3 feet of you. Offer them some complimentary pampering. What other company does that, right? But let's give it up for Wendy and for Amy. Really fabulous job. Best training I have ever heard on lead generation. And this you don't need anything else. You can listen to this and pick your 5. And now the most important thing is action. You're gonna do it. What are you gonna do tomorrow? Text your sales director and say, these are the 5 things I'm gonna do, and this is when I'm gonna do it. Okay, that's the key. Is not just to go back, look at your notes, highlight 3 to 5 things. Maybe not 5, maybe 3, but just pick something and then decide when you're going to do it. Tell your director and then be accountable to her and let her know when you did it. Let's give it up again one more time for Wendy and Amy. And thank you all for being on tonight, taking the time to be on. This is the best training ever. Really super. Okay, fantastic. And let's show them the love, everybody, before we end tonight. Just appreciate the gift of their time because they didn't need to do this, but they did it for you. So thank you, Amy. Thank you, Wendy. Fantastic job. I know we're going to be hearing, and when you see them at a Mary Kay event, tell them what came from your leads and how you grew your business. Okay. You're going to have a car in there. Directorship is in there. Those big girl paychecks are in there. Trips are in there. So much income for you and your family. All right, everybody. Anything else you want to say, Wendy or Amy? Okay. Have a
Thank you so
happy
much.
Happy booking, everybody. Oh, I got the hearts. I don't even know how I did.
Thank you. I see your seminar.
Okay, see you at seminar. Register. Don't forget.